We did it. We are at the final lesson for advanced algebra. Today, we are looking at the law of cosines, lesson 18. We just wrapped up with law of sines in the previous one. Today, we're doing law of cosines. And we are never doing law of tangents because there is no law of tangents. So let's hop to it and get this done. So today, the law of cosines allows you to apply trigonometric functions to, again, non-right triangles. So we're going to relabel our triangle here, A, B, and C. So we have angle A, opposite side A. Angle B, opposite side B. And angle C, opposite side C. Don't make fun of my letters. I'm just as done as you guys are, but we got to get through this. All right, so our formula. This one is quite the doozy of a formula, but it's going to be a lot of calculator stuff. So our formula is A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared minus 2 times B times C times the cosine of A. Now, I do want to give the disclaimer. It's not always going to be A squared and cosine A. It can be angle B. It could be angle C. But this is just our generic. So instead of rewriting it, the formula 3 different ways, but it all meaning the same thing, it all starts with your given angle. So this angle here in cosine is always the given angle. It's either the given angle or the angle you need to find. So always start there. Then this little a on the outside, the only thing that's by itself is going to be the side opposite your given angle. So the given angle and this outside a squared are always partners. Then you have these B and C, and these are the same B. So B squared, it's the same B you plug into B here. These all come from your other two sides. So that's where these come from our right triangle. So hopefully by breaking it down this way, we can use this formula for any letters. And as you can see for this first one, we don't even have A, B, and C. We have D, E, and F. And that is perfectly fine. Again, we start, if I can select my color, we start with the given angle, and they want us to find DF, which is the opposite side. Now, instead of calling it DF, I'm going to call it little e, because it's the side opposite angle E. And then we have our other two sides. So A squared is going to be the side opposite the given angle. My given angle is 117 degrees, so the side opposite is E. So E squared is equal to B and C are my other two sides. It doesn't matter the order. So we're just going to do 12 squared plus 11 squared minus 2 times 12 times 11. Whatever I put my B squared and C squared in, that's the order I put in the B times C. And then multiply that by the cosine of my given angle, which was 117 degrees. Now, you can plug this whole thing, this whole guy, directly into your calculator. So E squared is equal to, let's come over here to my calculator. 12 squared plus 11 squared minus 2 times 12 times 11, and then times cosine of 117. As long as you plug it in exactly how you see it with the parentheses and all, you will be absolutely fine. And there we go. Now, because this is a decimal and we still have one more step we have to do, I'm going to keep at least 3 decimals. So 8, 5, 3. So I would keep at least 3 decimals here. Now, get E by itself, square root. So our side is square root 384.853. Oops, went a little too far there. Let me delete that out. And there we go, 19.6. And there you go. So easy, just a bunch of calculator work. The big thing you have to make sure you do is you plug everything into the correct spot. All right, next, no triangle. So we have to sketch out a triangle. So triangle B, C, A. As little a is 18, little c is 21, and angle B is 66 degrees, and we want to find little b. So here's my given angle and my side opposite. And then 18 and 21 are my other 2 sides. So we have b squared is equal to 18 squared plus 21 squared minus 2 times 18 times 21, 21, times cosine of my given angle, which is 66. Again, I'm just going to take this whole long string of things and plug it directly into my calculator. Because if I just do that, less room for errors. 18 squared plus 21 squared minus 2 times 18 times 21 times cosine of 66. Enter. There we go. Again, we're going to keep 3 decimals to make sure our answer is accurate as possible. 457.507. And now we take the square root of both sides. So the square root of 457.507. And there we go, 21.389. So we're going to round to 23 point, oh, not even 23. 21.4. And there we go. That's finding a side. We only have 2 more examples to get through, and we are officially done with advanced algebra. And the final examples that we have to do are solving for an angle. These are going to be the most involved problems because they have the most steps, and these are the problems that students mess up the easiest. So make sure you follow each step and you follow along. All right, so this first one, find angle E. So I'm going to highlight angle E because that is our given angle. And I need to know the side opposite, which is 13. So 15 and 23 are my other 2 sides. So we always start with the side opposite our given angle, which is 13. So we're going to have 13 squared is equal to 15 squared plus 23 squared minus 2 times 15 times 23 times cosine of E. So we need to get cosine E by itself. So we need to do some moving. Now, I highly recommend going through this process exactly how you see how I'm going to do it. The first thing I do is I simplify 13 squared. I simplify 15 squared plus 23 squared. And then I simplify 2 times 15 times 23. So I'm simplifying 3 things in one go. So 13 squared is 169. 15 squared plus 23 squared is 754. This minus stays a minus. And then 2 times 15 times 23 is 690. And then we still have cosine E. Do not subtract these two numbers. Do not. This is the mistake that happens. So do not subtract those numbers. We cannot do that because cosine E is attached to 690. Instead, our first step moving over, we're going to subtract 754 from both sides. So negative 585 is equal to negative 690 cosine E. Then divide both sides by the number in front of cosine E, which is negative 690. The only thing to do with this division is cancel out the negatives. Leave it as this big, nasty fraction. Because now that we have it done to cosine E and we're finding the angle, now we just take the inverse of cosine of that fraction. So you don't even have to simplify the fraction because we're going to be inversing it with cosine anyway to find the angle. So just leave it alone. Come over here to our calculator. Inverse cosine of 585 over 690. And we get 32 degrees. So I know it seems like a lot, but it's really only just 3-4 steps. Simplify, subtract, divide, inverse. All right, last one. No triangle, so we're going to draw the triangle B, C, A. So little a is 25, little b is 18, little c is 23, and they want us to find the angle C. So our side opposite is 23. We're going to have 23 squared is equal to 25 squared plus 18 squared minus 2 times 25 times 18 times cosine of C. Again, we need to get cosine of C by itself. I'm going to simplify 23 squared. I'm going to simplify 25 squared plus 18 squared. And I'm going to simplify 2 times 25 times 18. All right, so I have 529 is equal to 949 minus 900 cosine of C. So we're going to subtract 949 from both sides. And we get negative 420 is equal to negative 900 cosine C. Divide by negative 900. Again, the only simplifying we're going to do at this step is to simplify a negative divided by a negative, turns it positive. So now, inverse cosine of 420 over 900 is equal to C, which, calculator, inverse cosine, 420 divided by 900 is equal to 62.1, which we will keep at a nice 62 degrees. And there you have it. Law of cosines and the end of advanced algebra. Awesome job.